Well, hi everybody. How are you tonight? I am still in Albany, but I am here for a story. So it's been a busy day and great conference that I'm at, People of Video. And then we went to Gigi's house, and she lives here in Albany, and had some dinner and some wine and Ubered our way back here in time for a live with you guys. I'm so excited. So let's check in and, okay, because tonight's story, I'm out of town still, pulling up some things, and I thought I'm just gonna have some fun. I know these guys like this kind, and I have another SkippyJon book for you. I just had to do with this one. It was a good one. So I'm coming though, but I'm checking in because I saw everybody. There's Linda with all her wonderful colored hearts, and Julia. Hi, Julia. Yay, and Tamara. How is it down there? Oh, itch, arm on my itch. Arm, itch on my arm on my itch. Yeah, I've only had 2 glasses of wine. No, I haven't had any wine actually. Had some Baileys. And Chinese food. Chinese food and Baileys. Does it make sense? No, not really, but when you're with friends and having some fun, it's all good. It's all good. So there is Tamara and Linda and Julia all giving greetings. And there's Miss Gail. How you doing? Yay, and I see that Larry is here. He's lurking for a bit, and that's okay, Lurkin' Larry. Lurkin' Larry is always good. It's always nice to have Lurkin' Larry here. And Julia, yes, everybody. So anyway, I got up super early this morning again. I'm not quite back on normal time, and the let me just say that I got up early enough, was showered, ready, and went downstairs for breakfast here at the hotel, and the breakfast room wasn't even open yet. Or the breakfast restaurant wasn't open yet. Yeah, that. So I had to come back up and make coffee here, which I could do. You manage all that kind of things. And Angel and Larry are here. All that. So it has been a good day though. Lots of different people from different YouTube channels that speak on different kind of things. So it's been a really interesting kind of, I've been totally focused on just what the speakers have been talking about, trying to do some learning, and then in between I've been editing photos, and that will be really cool. I would have went back. Julia would have I was already showered, ready to go and everything, and I was up, and so I started editing. So I literally opened my computer and started editing, and then took it downstairs and continued to edit. And yeah, it was pretty funny. So I did not see your comment yet, Linda. Bailey goes with it. Yeah, Bailey says, okay, South Africa has this drink called Amarula, and they put it in their coffee like any time of day, and it is so good. I mean, they would take it out on the safari jeeps, and when we would stop in the middle of the morning, and in the middle of the morning for us was we had left at 5:30 or 6, and so it was like 8 o'clock. And they're putting it in our coffee. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Anyway, Bailey goes with any. So I will check messages and comments and everything. I'm going to do that tonight when I crawl in bed with everything and go back and check on everybody's comments and things that have been going on. So anyway, like I said, for stories tonight, I was looking at some of the things that I had and looking to choose, and I have some that are really thoughtful and wonderful books, but this one just jumped out at me and said, you need to laugh out loud with your friends again and do something silly. I know I did some of these before I left, and I might have shared a SkippyJon while I was gone. I'm not sure. But this one is, if you saw the opening picture, was my grandson last year at this time in October. We were in Moab, and it was his birthday, and I took him to Dinosaur Valley outside of Moab, and he and I had a grand time. So in celebration of that and all the thing, and it reminded me of this book, SkippyJon Jones and the Big Bones. So we know SkippyJon has all kinds of adventures, and he's always doing things, bouncing on his bed, jumping here and there. And it just, there was a video today on Instagram, on my daughter's Instagram stories, of my littlest grandchild had gotten into like the baby powder and spread it all over the floor and was swimming in it basically. And Bryn was like, goo. Where did you get that? What did you mean? She's like looking really Miss Innocent. Like, this what, Mom? And then next thing you know, the other two kids are dancing in it too and swimming. Oh, and I mean, it was so funny. And I thought, okay, yeah, she's kind of our little SkippyJon in a sense. And I just loved it. It was just so much fun. So I thought laughing would be a good thing to do. On the story you shared about Madame Suck, and here's her response. Oh, okay. Well, rats, I'll post your comments under the video. It's too long for the chat. I can translate it if you like. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, that'll be awesome. I can hardly wait to read that. Yay, Linda, that's awesome. So anyway, are you ready? I'm ready for SkippyJon Jones and the Big Bone. I was just catching up on what's everybody saying. And Linda, I'm sorry I missed your comment on what your mom and that, but I will catch back up on everything. I have so much to catch up on. Whew. My mind's kind of still in it. Like I said, I looked at my photos again, and I thought I had 6,000 photos to cull through. I miscalculated. I have 12,000. That's going to take me a little bit, but I do have about 10 so far that are in my top 5, and have given 5 stars, and I've edited, and I really like and some things. So I'm excited to share those with you when we get back, and then just go through everything. But let's get to story time, because it is late and it's time for bed. But SkippyJon, he always has to have an adventure before bedtime. So let's head for that. For SkippyJon Jones and the Big Bones with Judy Shockners. Yeah, here he goes. So yes, it's Dinosaurs and the Big Bones. Oh my gosh, look at that cute guy. Well, there it is. Now, SkippyJon Jones was crazy about digging in Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's garden, because that's where Mrs. Dolly Doohiggy's dog Darwin buried all his bones, and nobody messed with Darwin. 2 yards away, Mama Junebug Jones was hanging wash when her kitty boy blew through the sheets like a muddy wind. "Hey, Pickle Pants," hollered Mama, "don't run with your mouth full." But Pickle Pants had only one thing on his mind: dinosaurs. "I'm going to be a famous paleontologist," whispered SkippyJon Jones, arriving at his room. Then he popped a pickle in his puss. He slapped some glue all over his newfound bone and stuck it onto his model. "Are you my Skipposaurus?" he asked out loud. "Skipposaurus," declared Mama Junebug Jones, coming into the room. "Those bones belong to Darwin, and you better take 'em back, for your prehistoric fossil is that snoozin' doggy's snack. And do it now," ordered Mama Junebug Jones, "before he wakes up." But Kitty Boy had no intention of returning Darwin's bones before he bounced on his big boy bed. First he pounced and wiggled. Then he bounced and giggled. All the way up to the ceiling he chanted, "Oh, I'm SkippyJon Jones and I bounce on my bed 'cause I love to eat pickles that tickle my head." And he flung himself over to the mirror for a head check. "Holy hairballs!" exclaimed SkippyJon Jones, pulling out his tape measure. "That is one huge cabeza." Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he added, "My ears are too big for my head. My head won't fit into my bed. I know I'm not a Siamese cat. I'm a Chihuahua." And quicker than you can say chunky chihuahuas and cream, the kitty boy picked up his cape and pulled on his mask. Then he began to sing in a muy soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skippito Fresquito, and I hunt for the dinosaurito with gigantical ears that's been burned for years under layers of sedimentito." Oh. At the same time, the kitty boy's sisters, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jillyboo, were in Mrs. Doohickey's yard watching Darwin sleep. "This is fun," said Jezebel. "Lots of fun," said Jillyboo. "The mostest fun," added Jujubee. But SkippyJon wasn't thinking Darwin. He was thinking dinosaurs. And he knew where to find them, deep within his closet. "Whoa," said Skippito. "It's a jungle in here." And as soon as he stepped over the threshold, his snifferito picked up the scent of his old amigos, los chimichangos. "Stinkitos!" called out SkippyJon Jones. "I smell you, but I don't see you. It is I, El Skippito Fresquito, the great sword fighter." "Up here, Skippito!" hollered the chihuahuas. "We are toasting los marshmallowcitos prehistoricas." "Not the prehistoric marshmallows!" exclaimed Skippito. "See, dude," explained the doggies, "but they are hard as rocas." "That's because they are fossilitos," said Skippito. "Fossilitos smashalitos," declared Paquito Tito, the smallest of the small ones. "We want to see los dinosauritos with our own ojos." And he pointed to his eyes. "Por qué?" asked Skippito. "Because, Bobocito," said Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. They are really big, dude." This news made the chihuahuas go insano around the rim of the volcano, singing, "Ding-a-ling, ding-a-long, ding-a-lito. You are such a silly Skippito. You know what dogs think. If it's good, it must stink. Plus, it's great for the old snifferito." But right in the middle of their romp, Mount Ichigitchigoomba blew its top, tossing the doggies right on their rumpitos. But a bump on the rump would become the least of their worries. because boom, 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 the earth began to tremble and shake. Terremoto! Shouted Paquito Tito, panic-stricken. It is not an earthquake, said Skippito, peeking through the bushes. It is T-Maxito! And he wasn't the only Dinosaurio. There were big ones and small ones and feathered and bald ones. There were some ones spiky and frilled that looks could kill. And they were all doing the very same thing. They were dancing. Ay caramba, it's the rumba, cheered the chimichangos. And before Skippito could warn them, the rascalitos had shimmied and shook their way into the dance line. This is loco, wailed Skippito. You will be crushed like crispitos beneath the dinos' tostitos. But the Papitos did not hear. They were too busy singing. Itchy gitchy goomba, dinos do the rumba with jumbo jaws and giant claws, with horns and beaks and scaly peaks. Itchy gitchy goomba, chimichangos do the rumba with great big hearts and tiny parts, with knobby knees and lots of fleas. Itchy gitchy goomba. But something had to be done to save them. And quicker than you can say, Pachycephalosaurus, Skippito let out a big Jurassical bark. Roof! Holy halitosis, roared the T-Maxito. I smell the pickle breath of a Skipposaurus. I am not a Skipposaurus, declared Skippito, whipping off his mask. I am a Chihuahua. Not the pillow-fighting, ankle-biting, pickle-dripping, dino-tripping Chihuahua they call El Skippito Frisquito, the great sword fighter, shrieked the T-Maxito. Oh, see, that is me, said Skippito with a bow. Then quicker than you can say Don Diego's dominoes, every Dinosauro stopped, dropped, and rolled far away. Where the Fiego, dude? asked Paquito Tito. There's no fire, said Skippito. They are going extincto. Muy bueno, Skippito. We love the stiquinto, agreed the Chihuahuas, and they tossed him into the air. Diggery, diggeroo, diggerito. We learned something new from Skippito. He scares them to death with his old pickle breath. And that's how we get pasalitos. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. The earth began to tremble and shake, and every head popped up and sniffed. Dinosaurios, whispered the perritos. No, said Skippito, they are extincto. Sí, said the Chihuahuas, es muy stinquito. But it wasn't the dinosaurios they smelled. It was Darwin, and he was knock, knock, knocking on Skippy's closet door. Then click. The door opened, and out tumbled the kitty boy on an avalanche of old dinosaur dog bones. And the next thing he knew, the kitty boy was waking up on the couch. What happened? asked SkippyJon. Don't you remember, Sugar Beet? asked Mama Junebug Jones. You decided to return Darwin's dog bones. All of them? asked Skippy. That's right, Dumpling, said Mama proudly. That very same night, the kitty boy found Mr. Perfect still sitting in the corner, all covered in bones. My Skipposaurus, he whispered. Then he dragged the cat over to his big boy bed for a good night bounce. Oh, I'm SkippyJon Jones and I'm not a dog fighter. but I still have some bones, 'cause I'm the decider. And then he decided to go to sleep. And that is SkippyJon Jones and the Big Bones. Oh my gosh, I just love SkippyJon. The people in the room were saying, what the heck? Oh. Next can hear, you wonder if the people in the next room can hear the story. Thank you, Tamara. Nut and rich and creamy, as sweet as Bailey's. Yes, it's a fruit from a tree in South Africa that's made there. So the Amarilla fruit, I think it was. Yes, I looked it up. Yeah, Amarilla. It's so good. Man, it has a little bit of mango flavor and chocolate and strawberry. Oh my God, it's just wonderful. Anyway, I'm slow today. Sounds divine. I made yummy cocktails with Amarillo when I worked with Stem. Oh, yeah. Well, I had never been introduced to it, and I tell you, having it out in the bush at 8 o'clock in the morning in your coffee is pretty darn extraordinary, I tell you. Yeah, after sunrise. Whew. After watching cheetahs run around. That was really fun. So, yay, Doris SkippyJon. Yes. Anyway, I still have a couple SkippyJons to save. Like there's Snow What? I think I'll wait till it snows and do that one when it snows. Tamara, thank you. I'm laughing to myself, wondering if the people in the next room can hear this story. I'm just wondering if some of my buddies that they were teasing last night that they all got to have me read a bedtime story to them, and I was like, oh, funny. I found Amarilla. You can buy it in the United States. You have to order it, I think. But how can you read that fast? I have read that book a lot of times, and it's kind of funny. I'm having to read it off the screen on my laptop because I don't have my iPad with me, and it's way too small on my phone, like here, and it's tiny, and so it projects larger for you guys, so I'm just reading it off the screen. So it works, but I'm gonna look intrigued. I know, I wonder if the people in this room can hear me. That'd be funny. Pickle Breath cracks me up. I know. Pickle Breath, he's in big trouble. And that bulldog, Darwin, oh my gosh. So funny. And the Band-Aid on his head, because he bounced and hit his head. And you know the whole thing. You never quite know whether it's going into the closet is an adventure, or it's another one of Skippy's crash and boom adventures where he ends up knocking himself out, which, yeah, his cat pajamas too. Oh, doggy, yes. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm here one more night, and tonight, and then tomorrow night also I'm here. I have another day of conference, which will be good. And then Thursday morning, bright and early, very early in the morning, I will catch a plane and head out. Hopefully be home by about noon, 12:15, 12:30 on Thursday, which will be great because I'm anxious to get home. It's been a while. And although he's not pleased with me, Bob says he's kind of pouting. And when I've called a few times or sent Marco Polo videos, he hears my voice and he looks all over and wonders where I am. So I have a little bit of makeup to do for my little dog. Oh, Bob's okay. We talk, and he's been getting lots of projects done, which will be fun. But anyway, you guys, thanks so much for being here and for, sharing these books with me. I think one of the wonderful things that I love so much about SkippyJon Jones, beyond the rhythm of language that she brings in and all the different words that you learn and that when kids hear them and read them and they connect different words with different languages and just the imagination. I think it's that, just that laughter and that fun and that silliness that really is something that we need to remember all the time, just to have some fun and laugh and be goofy. One of the gals today that was speaking was Julie Fox. She's with LinkedIn, and she's a coach on LinkedIn, and she was talking about that. But she had, her last name is spelled Fox, so her kind of her branding is she wears a hat that has fox ears, and she carries little couple little stuffed foxes, and at the end gives them away to people in the audience. And it was just kind of fun. Here's a whole room full of adults listening to somebody wearing fox ears. Yeah. But it was fun, and we all laughed, and we had a good time, and we learned lots, and people remember it. So I think that's one of the things, is that, cements in our brain is laughter can really cement things in our head, and that joy and of these stories and what they do, and how, for any little kid who ever loves to look up dinosaurs loves this kind of thing. It's just a whole different kind of dinosaur story, and that adventure and that imagination, something that we all need to embrace, I think. I sure think so. But that's my philosophy for tonight. So I hope you guys go out and embrace the adventure and the joy you always bring to me. You fill my bucket each time I get to read to you, and I thank you for that. And so until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. You'll find it in your mirror first. You know that. Go look and say, "Hi, beautiful." And then share and look for some more. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow night with another story. And until then,
in the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds.
hey, there is Lupe! Yay!
Just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards. I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow, ooh, you got me feeling starstruck.
SkippyJon is your new hero. That's wonderful, Linda. Yay!
We could be famous. You blow my mind, looking like a mile.
Lurkin' Larry, thanks for stopping in at the end. Oh no, you can lurk anytime, my friend.
Amateur typical, I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light.
Yay, thank you, Gail. Like Gail said, good night, everybody. Love y'all, sleep well, and see you tomorrow.
I just need you by my side.
We got Lurkin' Lupe and Lurkin' Larry. Okay, that is too hard for me to say, you guys.